Hi, this is Valerie, and here is a slide deck of what we're going to be talking about today. Take a screenshot, spend some time taking the points and learning on your own, or stick around and watch the full video. Thanks. Today's video is about not letting low views get into your head and bother you and stop you from making content. And the first point is, who cares? So this first point I think is the best mindset to have when it comes to making content and publishing stuff on the internet. You only get one life to live, and if everyone thinks you're crazy or you're stupid, you just have to try out different things and see what works for you. There's no other way to learn. So when I'm saying who cares, you know, if you're a comic and nobody gets your jokes, you know, or you're a musician and you're doing things differently and you have a different world that you're trying to create for yourself and for the people that interact with you, you just have to be yourself and you have to be you. And sometimes it takes sucking for a long time before you get to the place that you want to be. So you just really can't care about other people's opinions, because sure, it might be bad or it might be awesome, but you just have to go through the motions and create your content and make your stuff. And don't let the fact that nobody's watching get to you, because there's a lot of factors why people aren't watching you that you might not have figured out yet. So who cares? Point number 2 is patience. This is a long game, especially if you're building a business and a brand. It does not happen quickly for everyone. If it's taking months or years for you, you just have to keep on being you, because there is no other alternative. You got to put yourself out there and keep going. And this is a long game. I know some people blow up out of nowhere. Sometimes they know why, sometimes they don't know why, but you've got to do the best that you can do and be patient. Number 3 is build your skills. Right now, I'm practicing talking into the camera and editing videos and naming videos and figuring out my time management, what it actually takes. Right now, my videos are not great, and I'm doing them anyway because it's the only way that I can learn how to build my skills and build my world that I'm trying to create. I think being able to talk into a camera is going to be a huge skill for the future. So I'm starting by making videos. I don't know what the outcome is going to be on where video making is going to take me, but I know if I can learn how to talk to the camera and show my personality and create an environment where I find like-minded people to hang out with online, I think that's gonna be a huge skill for me. I think it's a huge skill for kids in high school. I feel like it's a huge skill for 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 60-year-olds and 70-year-olds. This isn't an age situation. And video making and interviewing and talking to a camera, which really means you're talking to yourself in a room where there is nobody there. It's really hard, and I'm trying, and I'm starting here, and yeah, I'm building my skill. Worrying about low view count isn't really gonna help me right now, because that's not the goal. The goal is to build my skills. And one of the skills that I have in my toolbox of my brain is I know how to edit video. I do not like editing video. However, trying to batch and edit a huge amount of videos is one of my skills I'm trying to build this year. So with every video, hopefully I'm getting faster. With every little tip and trick, I'm getting my keyboard strokes faster. I'm getting and make artwork into videos and different things. And some things are worth tackling right now, and some things I just have to try again later. And it's not gonna be the greatest video ever edited right now. It's just gonna be basic. Anyway, I'm building my skills, and low view count isn't hurting me. I guess it would help me if people were watching these videos, but it's not my priority at all. And if you're worried about low view count, it probably shouldn't be your priority. You probably have a lot to learn about being in the right place in the right time, and communicating and making things artistically awesome. You know, I don't know. Low view count should not be a worry while you're building your skills. Okay, number 4, building your brand. So if you have a low view count, it probably doesn't feel great. However, low view count means you have the opportunity to try out a bunch of weird ideas and to try out things that you might not be comfortable with if there's a million people watching you. So low view count is actually a good opportunity while you're building your brand, because this is the moment where you can figure out how unique of content you can create. Low view count just shouldn't bother you. It should just be a step that you haven't achieved yet, and this is the time to have fun and be weird and be unique and figure out how you're creating the world you're creating in your little space on the internet. Number 5, authority versus authenticity. View count does create authority. It makes people have more fun watching your videos. It makes people feel more comfortable watching your content. It makes people feel more comfortable engaging with you. High view counts create authority, but that doesn't always mean that you're creating an authentic product. Being authentic is way more important than having high view count, and you just have to be patient. Yeah, sometimes it could feel weird that everyone can see that nobody is watching your stuff and you feel like a loser, but you just have to get over it and just know the authority will come as you build and as you put out more content and as you work on yourself more and your projects and build things greater and greater. The authority will come. Working on your authenticity is the top priority of whatever it is you are doing right now. And it's a top priority of what you can be doing right now. So don't worry about the view count. Don't worry about low views. Worry about your authenticity, and authority will come. Number 6, feeling like you look self-indulgent. I have this issue. I feel maybe someone out there has it too. I feel sort of weird talking and giving my opinion and putting photos of myself out there, but I feel like a face and your voice and your putting yourself out there is kind of the only way to get people to engage with you and to join in the conversation. I don't know how else to do it. If someone has any ideas, let me know. The fear of looking self-indulgent is real. A lot of people, I'm sure, feel that way. I guess you just have to get over it, and low view count when you're afraid to look self-indulgent is extra hard, because not only do you feel like you're just creating stuff to say me, and then if no one's watching, it's even more painful. I think it's just one of those things that you just have to hope that you don't look self-indulgent, and if you do to some people, there's nothing you can do about it. You've got to keep working on your skills and let your work speak for itself, which might not be good right now, but eventually it's gonna be great because you're trying, and the only way to get better is to try and to do. Okay, number 7, feeling like a cheesy salesman. There's nothing wrong with sales. I know not everyone's good at sales. However, if you're feeling cheesy, then you're going about sales the wrong way. Sales, you should feel confident, you should feel good, and you've got to figure out how to get yourself there. I'm not selling anything. I don't want clients. I don't have a product to sell. At this point, I'm just creating a brand to see where it goes. I don't have the biggest of plans right now. I know I want to be great at talking at the camera. I know I want to know how to make an engaging video that's not boring and at any length, be it a 15-second video to a full hour. I want to learn how to make valuable, interesting content. I don't have the fear of looking like a cheesy salesperson, but I can imagine that a lot of people feel that way when they are making content because they do want to sell a product. If you're having anxiety over low view count when it comes to sales, is to start making content before you have to sell something. Then there's no pressure, then you can really be yourself and really create that environment that you want to create when you decide to come on your social media platform and make a video. While making this video, I am taking chances and I feel weird and it's really crazy. I feel like I'm on here and I'm trying, and if I do ever decide I want to make something and I want to tell everyone about it because I've made this great thing and maybe you want to buy it. I'm not gonna feel as weird as trying to sell something, jumping on a camera for the first time and just throwing a sales video out there. Okay, and the last thing is there is no such thing as competition. I believe this with all my heart and soul. There is no such thing as competition. Even if there's something that feels like competition, say coffee shops across the street from each other or bars next door to each other, or I mean, other than trying to win a race or something, competition is really a like-minded person that is probably very similar to you and you probably should be friends with, you probably should be joining forces with, or you should use their success as something to model and to try to achieve yourself. Feeling jealous and feeling like somebody's competing with you or feeling like you're not as good as somebody else is not a winning attitude. It doesn't help you in any way, I guess, unless you're an athlete or there is a situation where there's only one winner. But for the most part in business, everyone can win. Just because someone's making all the money in town doing one thing and you want to try it too, just because you're adding your skills to the market does not mean you're going to take customers away from them. Sometimes it can mean, maybe not in all situations, but for most situations, there's no such thing as competition. They usually could be your best allies because you're probably in the same boat and you could probably help each other grow even bigger together than you ever could on your own. So don't think about competition because it does not exist at all, and if you're feeling it and you can't avoid it, join forces with that person. If that's not possible, you cannot let it get under your skin that you aren't going to make as much money because this other person's getting it all, or whatever it is. The main thing to focus on is that you are not in a competition and your work will speak for itself, and the more you practice and build and be patient and try new things and get your skills up to the level of the highest professional ability that you personally can accomplish is awesome, and that should be your main goals. And low views can be a good point in your journey, and it's a business problem that everyone has to learn and hurdle over. So if you haven't hit the point where you understand how to get the high views that you need, you just haven't hit that point yet. So you just have to keep building and keep learning and keep it up. Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.